My microphone, Egyptians and wires, is not working very well. My mini consultant said, I will worry you. I told him that's not the first time an Egyptian heard this word. And yes, we can laugh, even in the midst of remembering this sad day. Yes, we can laugh and we can smile, because that's exactly what our enemy tried to take away from us. My name is Majed El Shafie. I built One Free World International after I was arrested in Egypt for converting from Islam to Christianity. I was tortured, I was thrown in prison. Until now, the scars are still on my back, and this scars is nothing but a medal of honor. When I received the death penalty, I decided to escape out of Egypt. That's when I stole a jet ski. Some of you would tell me, but you're a reverend, you're a man of God. How could you steal a jet ski? I stole the jet ski, sue me. And it's not hard to steal a jet ski. The only thing, the wires on the, anyway, I'm not telling you. And I escaped and I crossed the border to Israel. For some of you, Israel may be a nation, home. For some of you, it's just a country. For me, Israel is the country that God chose for me to save my life. The clip that you watch is not the whole movie. The clip that you watch is just a small clip of a whole documentary. It's called Dying to Live. And I promise you that the movie will be much powerful than this clip that you watch. With us, a friend and a brother and a man that I admire and I consider him one of my heroes, the director of this movie, Mr. Chris Atkins. Chris, would you stand up so that people can see you? You see my face mostly in the camera, but you don't know the people behind me that made this possible. And just to create this 15-minute clip, this man had to be up all last night and in order to create it. And the movie will be done by the end of October, beginning of November. And we hope that this movie will change the public opinion about what's happening in Israel. When October 7 took place, 6:30 a.m., the Jewish people were celebrating Simchat Torah. If there is a handheld microphone, would you mind I come to you? I am ADD, DDD. Handheld microphone. Look at this. Love it.
Yes.
This is mostly for white people, not brown people. But anyway, that's... Whoa, whoa, whoa. More than 3,000 Hamas terrorists entered the land of Israel. Killed, burned, raped, and many of them did not even have mercy. Was not only Hamas. In this day, there was 11 terrorist organizations with Hamas. Include the Palestinian Mujahideen, include the Wilayat Sina, include Salah ad-Din Brigade. There was more than 11 organizations, and it was not only the terrorist organization, it was also the people of Gaza. And we all remember when they put the naked young lady on the truck, dead body, and they were slapping her as she was going through the crowd. We have to say it as it is, because the main problem that we're facing today, that because politically correctness is the very cancer in our Canadian society. Today, we are praying every day for our hostage to come home. And they will come home. And they will be free. For one simple reason, God will not leave them behind. In this day, we woke up not just on the massacre that took place, that many of the Jewish people will call it one day of a Holocaust. We woke up to find our Canadian society, our European society, our free society full of antisemitism. Our schools, universities, our media, our public, more than 300,000 just in London in one demonstration, calling from the river to the sea. And the question that nobody wants to answer, where have these people been when Bashar al-Assad was killing his own people in Syria? Where have these people been when Iran was killing their own people because a woman could not wear the hijab properly? Where have these people been when Saudi Arabia attacked Yemen? Where have these people been when the Chinese government killing Muslim Uyghurs and putting them in a concentration camp? So if this demonstration just because they hate the Jews, that's anti-Semitism. And that's what it is. And the reason is, that's why in every demonstration, they cover their damn face, but I don't cover mine. They can wear as many masks as they want, but God sees, and I don't wear a mask. My name is Majed El Shafie. I am easy to find. But when you speak the truth, you are not scared. You don't need to hide. In this day, we found that anti-Semitism is life and will in our nation, Canada, and many nations. And we found that even the Muslim voices from the Muslim community, there is very few voices of them that is still speaking the truth, such as Sohail Raza. But they are minority, and they are even been attacked. Today, I need to tell you that after 1 year, we will win this battle. After this 1 year, I'm telling you, victory is coming soon. Not just in Gaza, in Lebanon, and to Iran. The Israeli government was very clear. We are not to be pro-Israel doesn't mean that you hate the Palestinians, by the way. Doesn't mean that you hate Lebanon, the Lebanese people. Doesn't mean that you hate the Iranians. How many times in closed doors, me and you, Consul General, will sit down talk about how much we care about the Palestinians, the Lebanese, and the Iranians? Behind closed doors, no cameras, nobody, just me and her. I'm her only Egyptian friend, by the way, just FYI. But anyway. We have to understand that the very victim of the Iranian regime is the Iranian people, not Israel. And the Iranian people, the most people that pay the price for this regime. The most victim of Hassan Nasrallah and his gang was the Lebanese, and still the Lebanese people, hiding their weapons, the same like Hamas, fighting behind children and women, in schools, in hospitals, in buildings. That's where his underground camp was under 4 buildings to make as much as damage in civilians. And the question that Hamas need to respond to their people, why you did not use this money to build hospitals, schools? Why did you steal from your people while you are in 7-star hotel in Qatar? And yet, if they made it an election today in Gaza or West Bank, Hamas will win the election. Because the issue is not just political, it's also religious. It's an ideology that we have to fight. And how we can fight it? We can fight it by fighting them, not just cutting the head of the snake. You kill one of them, there will be another 10 that they will believe in the same ideology, and the circle of death will continue. We have to continue fighting the ideology. We have to face them on the internet, online, in social media, on their schools, without changing in their education system. This bloodbath will continue. And not only in the Middle East, it will spell here in Canada. Muhammad Khan, a student of Pakistan, came here on a student visa. Do you know this name, Muhammad Khan? Yes. He decided to get in his car, go to New York, and kill as many Jews as possible as he can. Here, from Canada. You have to understand that the conscience of our nation is at stake. You have to understand, as long as we have Trudeau as a prime minister, we will always be a state or a nation that have no conscience. And some people will say, we cannot talk about politics. Why? You don't vote? You have a prime minister, he's the only one in G7 that did not visit Israel until now. But our Bible as a Christians said, always pray for your leadership. The Bible said that. The Bible said, always pray for the leadership. And I pray for Trudeau every day. I pray that he will resign. Yeah. The Bible said pray, he didn't say how to pray. If you look closely on the staff of the Israeli consulate, they cannot laugh at these jokes because they are diplomat. They cannot like. That's Majid's opinion. That's not our opinion. That's why I will never be MP. I will never be MPP. I will never be any of these politicians. God bless you guys. I love you. But I'm a free man, baby. I'm a free man. Finally, if there is one thing all of you need to know that after every night there is new morning carrying new day. We don't fight hate by hate, revenge by revenge, or evil by evil. We fight hate by love, revenge by forgiveness, and evil by the power of the living God. They will not be able to change our Christian soul, our Jewish soul. They will not be able to change our Canadian soul, our Israeli soul. Because if we are and we start to hate, our enemy win and we lose. Every time when you look in the mirror, remember one thing: you are better than your enemy. That's the difference between you and your enemy, is the conscience of your heart. So never lose hope. We will fight until the last hostage. We will fight side by side with Israel. It doesn't matter if you're Christian or Muslim or Hindu or Buddha. As long as you believe in the truth, you will stand beside Israel. Remember They can kill the believers, but they cannot kill the belief of our hearts. They can kill the dreamers, but no one can kill the dream. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit down. Everybody stood up. Now we have to donate to One Free World International $500. So, I'm not the host of the event. And quite honestly, we have the best church and the best host. That's Pastor Judith, and I'm very thankful for opening her door to us. But I am here to introduce one man. One man. He is the speaker after me. He's my brother. Turn on your phones, please, if you don't mind. Turn it off or answer, like it's like God is calling in the church or whatever. This man is my brother. For the last year, I met his family, I met his lovely wife, his lovely kids. I met his brother. His name is Sohail Lapidot. Sohail had a niece, her name Tiferet. And in the movie, once the movie is done, you will see the story of Tiferet as our main focus. You have many stories, so we have to have a focus where it will be rhythming with the story. I went in Tiferet world to see who she is, 21 years old. Her laughter, her joy, her education. How much she loved her family, how much her family loved her. There was one clip of hundreds of pictures and videos that we took from them, from the family, where Tiferet surprised her uncle and came all the way to Thailand, I believe. And he carried her on his shoulder. She's 21 years old. And they went, she and his wife and his kids, just run with her like she's a child. That's how much her sweet soul. Never joined the IDF, always went to Africa and India to help others. And on October 7, Tiferet lost her life. And her smile maybe stopped as we see it, but I can assure you, she's one of the stars in heaven. And I can assure you that she will live longer than her killers. Because as long as we remember Tiferet, as long as we see her, as long as she is in our hearts, she will always live. Not just here, every victim of October 7. This man become my brother, become my friend, become my lawyer in Israel. Please welcome with me Sohail, the uncle of Tiferet, traveled all the way from Israel to be with us this morning. I'm here beside you.
Traveled with my wife away from Israel to be with all of you. And to say, first of all, thank you for advocacy for Israel and for the Jewish people, and for the most important movie, documentary, about what really happened. We have here friends of Israel that are with us, those very hard days, friends that are with us since ever, but especially since October 7th. We want to tell you a story about a friendship, about Tiferet. Tiferet called her mother 9:30 in Simchat Torah. It was very unusual because in Simchat Torah we don't pick up our phone or religious. Telling her mother the most horrific thing that a parent can hear. Telling her mother, I love you. They're killing us. What should I do? And as a parent, not being able to do anything, to hear that your own child is being killed is the most horrific thing that a human being can go through. A few minutes afterwards, some friends of Tiferet found a way to go on a truck that they came on to the party. Tiferet went up on the truck. She was the last one. And she saw her best friend Rini. Can't be on the truck. She asked the driver to stop immediately. She said that she wants to help her. Her friends told her, you saw what happened. For 3 hours they're killing us. Don't go. But Tiferet went off the truck. The truck flew away through the fields. All the members on the truck were saved, survived. Tiferet stayed with her friend. They were both killed. But it's not a matter of bad luck. That was Tiferet. That was her soul. If there was a 1% of chance of helping a human being, Tiferet decided to put her life and to try to save her friend. Those are the values of friendship. And looking here on our friends, non-Jews, telling our story, and it's not an easy one. It's not an easy task to be with the Jewish people. It's easier to be on the wrong side, and it's difficult to be on the right side. The legacy of Tiferet, her smile, friendship, the love is our legacy. Tiferet died to live. She will remain in our soul forever. Tiferet, I love you. And I'm telling you that we haven't lost our hope to be a free people in our own free country. עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
אמן. אמן.